Good morning, class. Today we are going to start reading of chapter number 4, Ethics and Safety Measures in Computing, from page number 43. And the topic is Steps to Prevent Plagiarism. The simplest way to prevent plagiarism is the citation. Acknowledging the original writer and the source from where the material has been taken is called citation. It includes the following steps. So the simplest way to prevent plagiarism is the citation. Citation means acknowledging the original writer and the source from where the material has been taken. So if you are taking material from some source, then you need to acknowledge the original writer who has written that material and the source from where that material has been taken. That is known as citation. That means you are using the work of some another person by acknowledging their work. You are not just stealing the material and showing it forward as if that work has been done by you. You are acknowledging the work that has been done by the particular person. You are giving credit to the thought of that person behind developing that material. It includes the following steps. First, all sources are neither accurate nor they validate the information as accurate. Therefore, one must specify the source which informs readers regarding the basis of one's ideas and extent of one's research. Citation gives strength to your resource. All sources are neither accurate nor they validate the information as accurate. If you are taking material from any source, then all the sources that are providing material on internet is not accurate or they validate the information as accurate, means the false information can be displayed by some sources. So if you specify the source, then it will inform the reader regarding the basis of one's idea and extent of one's research. So it gives a strength to your resource. If you are using some another person's resource or information, then if you are writing the source of that information who had developed the particular idea, then that means that you are also specifying the source who has given the thought to the idea and then the extent of that particular person's research. So the information that are you using that is related to this source who has been provided this information and the basis of the वंस आइडिया, उसने क्या आइडिया सोचा उस सोर्स को इंफॉर्मेशन को डेवलप करने से पहले, उसकी क्या एक्सटेंट थी रिसर्च की, कितनी डीपली वो गया उस चीज़ को वैलिडेट करने के लिए. इफ़ यू स्पेसिफाई द सोर्स देन इट गिव्स स्ट्रेंथ टू योर सोर्स. इफ़ यू डू नॉट स्पेसिफाई द सोर्स देन maybe the information that you are collected from the particular source is not accurate, the information is not valid, so it is also not good for you, because you are showing the particular idea and you are not mentioning the source from where you pick that idea. Every people think differently. So if you are using the information from one's mind, then you need to specify the source of that particular information, as it will clarify their thought of idea and the extent of the research behind publishing the particular information on the internet. So it gives strength to your resource. It gives meaningful content regarding the information that you are using. That means you are writing some information, but that information has been thoughted and research has been done by this person. That person has thought to this level. They had this idea in their mind before writing the information. So everybody's thinking level is different. So if you specify the source, it will clarify the information more accurately. To avoid plagiarism, one can rephrase the material. So if you want to avoid plagiarism, you can rephrase the material. If you are using material of some another person, then simply rephrase it. You are not just picking the idea and copy it in your content. You are rephrasing the material. You are using some another person's work, but you are rephrasing the material. You are rewriting the content by using your own mind. Use quotation marks around all the quoted words of another person to avoid plagiarism. So you can avoid plagiarism by using quotation marks around all the quoted words of another person. So you can avoid plagiarism by following step. Firstly, you should always specify the source which informs the reader regarding the basis of one's idea and extent of one's research. Secondly, you should rephrase the material. And third, you should use quotation marks around all the quoted words of another person. In the education sector, students should be encouraged to present their original and innovative ideas. Even if they wish to refer to the resources, they should be made aware of the pattern of references. In this manner, plagiarism can be avoided and students can be motivated to work hard and bring out their originality. So, in the education sector, we can avoid plagiarism by encouraging students to present their original and innovative ideas. So, if they wish to refer to some resources, they should be made aware of the pattern of references. You can view the pattern of references before writing your own original idea, but you should not copy that pattern of references that you are referring for particular topic. In this manner, plagiarism can be avoided. You can view the content, you can view the pattern of resource, but you have to use your own mind. You have to indulge into original and innovative ideas. So, students can be motivated to work hard and bring out their originality. You can view the pattern and then try to work hard by presenting your own original and innovative ideas. Next is cyberbullying. It is an act of harming, harassing or targeting a person by another person using internet in a deliberate manner. This includes insulting remarks and threatening messages sent by email, spreading rumors about the person either by emails or social networking sites, posting embarrassing photos and videos to hurt the person, derogatory remarks against the gender, race, religion or nationality. So cyberbullying is a form of bullying or harassment using electronic means. It is also known as online bullying. It is an act of harassing, harming or targeting a person by another person with the help of internet. This may include insulting remarks, sending threatening messages with the help of emails. You can spread the rumors about the person either by emails or you can use the social networking websites, posting embarrassing photos and videos in order to hurt the person and to pass derogatory remarks against the gender, race, religion or nationality. You can harass a person, you can target a person, you can harm the mental well-being of a person. It has become increasingly common, especially among teenagers, as the technology has advanced. Steps to prevent cyberbullying. So, following are the steps that need to be followed in order to prevent cyberbullying. First is, do not disclose your identity to unknown persons. So, if you are using social networking websites, then you must not disclose your identity to the unknown person. If the person is unknown, then you should not disclose your identity, your address, your personal information such as passwords, your credit card numbers. Safeguard your password and all private information from inquisitive peers. Do not give bullies any opportunity to misuse the information on the social media platform. So you should protect your password and all the private information from unauthorized persons, from the inquisitive peers, and you should not provide any opportunity for the bullies to misuse the private information on the social media platform. Search the whereabouts of the person you meet online and know about him fully before extending your handshake. So, if a person has become friend to you online, then firstly you should check about the person, where the person belongs to, what name, what the job he or she is doing, before you should extend your handshake, or before you could personally meet him. You should firstly check online about all the whereabouts of that person to whom you had met online, you had made friend online. So you should not just trust anybody, as there are fake IDs, there are people who can misuse your faith as well as your personal information and then create trouble for you people. So you should be extra careful when you are meeting friend that you had made on the internet. Restrict your online profile to be checked by the trusted friends only. So you should restrict your online profile, that the profile has to be checked by the trusted friends only. So you can restrict the online profile to be checked by the trusted friends only, as it can avoid the opportunity to misuse the information, your private information on the internet. If you are cyberbullied by someone, do not remain silent but take action against cyberbullying. Do not be repulsive in your language, rather block the communication with the cyberbully and share this problem with your parents. If you are following the given steps in order to prevent cyberbullying, but if you are cyberbullied by someone in case, then you should not remain silent. You should take action against the person who is creating problem for you. You should not use abusive languages in your comments. Simply block the communication with that person and share this problem with your family or with your friends, as you should not remain silent about this problem, as it can deteriorate your health, your mental well-being. You can be depressed and your life will be totally upset. So you should talk about this to your parents firstly.